We're about to put our fingers on the pulse of the Neotropolis. The pulse is coming live with your host, Mr. Brian West. And our special guest today is Miss Kianna.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to The Pulse with me, your host, Brian West, the man, the myth, the legend. We're here in the city of Youngstown. We got a lovely show for you tonight. We got Kianna Cameron on the show. She is an excellent singer, man, and it brings me back to where women weren't even, I don't even think they were allowed to dress in certain ways when entertainers was going on. So that's what I did when I created the monologue for the show. I had to go back to where it was skates and gowns and t-shirts, and women were just rolling around singing church songs. You know what I'm saying? We got a good show for you today. When I was taking it back, what happened was I had to go into Howard Hughes' files. And when he came out with this movie called Hell's Angels back in, I think it was about the 60s or something, back when the War days was going on. And they had this big conservative argument about how women were allowed to dress in entertainment. And, you know, we got Independence Day coming up. So what a lot of people don't understand is independence had a lot to do with the females generation because they needed to help the soldiers out. So when I took it back, I had to think about it. I said, how would Howard Hughes or how would all that stuff come in the modern day where all these women are just, they're everywhere. So women were made to entertain, and that's what I figured out in this, when I was doing my research. Women were meant, I think God gave them the ability because when I was growing up, I had my grandmother. And one thing I noticed about my grandmother is she could be as crippled as possible. She would be crippled. But when you put on some music, that woman could move. She would get up and she would do her shimmy shake and she would dance around the living room. And it was something about music that got that woman and keeping her alive. We had a guest on a while back. Her name was Tony Zetz. And for some odd reason, it's just when women get in front of the camera, they are so moved. And that's what you're going to get on the show tonight with Kianna is when she gets this music, I see she's got these movements in her swag. And I'm looking, I'm like, oh my God, this is. So whenever you hear conservatives or politics say that women are not supposed to be entertained, don't worry about that, we'll keep going. Whatever you hear conservatives or politicians talk about women were made to be entertained, what I learned is women were made to entertain. And what happens is they get upset because of the clothes they have on. But I found that it's fine. Let the women dress nice. You know what I'm saying, Wayne? I like it. When women, you know what I'm saying? Because when women can take a man's mood from negative to positive in less than 3 seconds. And what I've learned is that if you play basketball, you know how these people get on the court. And what will happen is you have a sport. And then when you bring a woman into the stadium, you have an athletic sport. Because that's when, you know what I'm saying? That's when everybody gets involved when they see the women playing. So that's what I like about women in this new environment of entertainment and in the world of independence, in the world of music, in the world of businesses. Let them perform, let them dress, let them wear whatever they want to wear because it's stimulating the economy. It's stimulating the economy. So this show is specifically dedicated to independence, to the womanhood of American entertainers, and the art of entertainment, how they can perform. We have, she's gonna perform some songs throughout the show, and I'm just hoping you'll enjoy it. How much time we got over there tomorrow? We looking good? Excellent. So when you watch the show, just think about that. When especially, I want to take one more thought before we go into the show. One thing I wanted to bring up, Wayne, was we had a jazz group when we went down to Cincinnati. Am I correct?
Oh yeah.
And Janine Grove was down there, and when she embraced the stage, she had so much. I think you watch these women perform, Wayne, and it's like, you know, we've come a long way as a country, especially just watching them in the clothes they wear. They're just so royal, you know what I'm saying? And then we've got a lot of new African-American women. We got a lot of new different nationalities. I think MIA, we got MIA on the scene. She's from the Middle East. I think she's from the the KGB. We got MIA. I don't know if you know too much about her.
And that band too that Putin gets in trouble with.
Yeah.
We can't say that.
Yes.
Something about a riot though.
Oh, okay. But that's what the show is about. We're going to come back from this break. When we come back, we got Kianna Cameron. She's going to come on. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in to Pulse. We'll be right back in the Pulse with me, Brian West, everybody. to the Pulse. Our next guest is all the way from the city of Warren, Ohio. She is a very, very accomplished singer, musician, upcoming artist. I'd like to welcome Kianna Cameron, everybody. Kianna Cameron on the Pulse. Woo, it's getting hot in here. I'll tell you, it's getting hot. Ooh, Lord. Bless you, child. Bless you. So now we get to talk about this new age of women and independence, and it's Independence Day, and you embrace the stage with so much confidence. Where did you get that from, Kianna?
Man, really just the love of it. Just carefree, just
yeah.
If I dig it, y'all dig it. Hop onto the vibe. So
how did you get into this? I mean, where did you come from? I mean, wow, I'm blessed to be in your presence right now.
Thank you.
So tell us, where did you come from? How did you? What made you choose this type of music that you're doing?
Well, I actually started with like rock.
Yeah.
That's what I was into when I first started. So I was doing a pop rock thing. And
okay.
Then, I don't know. Then I started playing in church, and just gradually from there.
Okay, so I did see on here that you said that you used to go to church, and you were in Van Halen.
Is there?
Oh wow!
And all the hair metal stuff.
Yeah. So church, you think church kind of gave you a lot of good. What I've learned is a lot of good performers and singers come from a church environment.
Yes.
Now, what is that? Is that an anointing, or I mean, how does it work? Did some angels come to you in the middle of the night and embrace you with the guitar?
I mean, certainly God has a lot to do with it, giving you a certain talent, but like anything else, hard work. Staying in your bedroom, you could have gone out and just play and play.
Your songs are unique. They got a nice feel to them. There's a European singer. I think her name is Connie Ray.
Yeah.
But I mean, she goes into these elements of neo soul, but yours is a brand new. You got something brand new going on over here.
Yeah,
and so you represent for the women. What would your advice be to the women out there who are trying to do what you're doing?
Man, just don't be pressured to be anything that you're not. Don't worry about having to be sexy or having to have any type of thing like that. Just do you. That's impressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now, have you got any, like, because women have a lot of problem with males letting them go out and fly, and this country was built off independence. So when women step into that independent environment and the men are trying to, especially alpha males, trying to keep them home, do you have like a male figure in your life?
Not really. I mean, my biggest thing,
It's not yet.
Music.
Huh? Yeah, just music.
Just the people I see in music, those are my figures that I look up to, male and female.
And that's what I like about it, whenever you see an artist, is they have to focus on what they're good at. So they can't, and you have to sacrifice your time. And now that you're up and coming and you've got a lot going on, where can people find you at? Where are you performing at? Tell us a little bit about that.
Right now I have 2 festivals coming up. We're up in Cleveland. You can check KiannaCameron.com. Anything coming up. Something coming in November. Recording my CD.
Oh wow! Well, where are you recording at? What studio?
It's called Advanced Audio Design.
Okay.
Cleveland.
Man, you got some talent, and the thing about it, I'm over here and I'm watching you, and I'm like, sometimes music takes me to this level of just ecstasy, and I'm sitting up here and I'm like on these clouds, like listening, like, oh man, like there's some angels sitting right here just singing these songs.
Easy boy now.
No, I'm just angels. Angels is all right, Wayne, but I'm saying that has to be divine, because if you don't understand, a lot of females cannot they have a hard time getting on stage. I grew up around a lot of singers, and they would always perform at home, but they would never get on stage. So you're representing, that's what I'm saying about the angelicness of the ability to be able to get up and do that. And it takes a lot of courage to do that, And when I'm listening to it, I'm getting good sounds. I'm getting good instruments. Did you write all those songs yourself?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Did you, now all those songs, how many songs did you have?
We performed 3. I have enough for an album. So.
Wow. And you wrote them all yourself?
Yes, sir.
And how long, and you say, how long have you been doing this since, 15 years old? Wow. And so what are your big ultimate goals? A lot of people have a place that they see themselves in years. What's your goals?
Really my goal is just to travel with music. Being
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
That to be my paycheck. That to be the thing that, I do to contribute to the world. So
Excellent. Excellent. Well, I will say I knew her well. When we come back in the Pulse, we got a skit specifically for you out there. We got Kianna Cameron, the lovely Miss Kianna Cameron. She's gonna perform some songs throughout the show. We'll be right back in the Pulse with Kianna Cameron, everybody, and me, Brian West.
This is the story of the silent ship. Centuries before there was independence, there was transgression, there was evil. There was no kingsmanship. There was no trust. Many watched as the merchant ships sailed the great seas in honor of free trade. Many visions, kingdoms, and civilizations were conquered by the marked people who sailed these ships. It was told that their power came from flesh. They were carnal beings, untrusted by all who watched. As the eagle flew from above, it too watched the carnage. As the silent ship sailed the great seas, many nations were lost. Trust was lost also. In their exchanges, as they began to lose loved ones, the eagle still watched. In a small village of tribal warriors, a child was born. She was born next to the guitar. It was foretold that a woman of greatness would emerge and would play the guitar like no other. Her skills would free the people. And still, the eagle watched. When the child was born, they named her Independence. She was to do nothing but labor the instruments of music. It was her duty. As she grew, her music gave the people great joy, but most of all, it gave them hope. And still, the eagle looked on. As the carnage grew, Independence grew stronger. One night she awoke and saw the great bird. It was the eagle. Her father watched from afar. "I shall play for him," she exclaimed. Her sounds were revelation to the eagle. Her sounds gave the bird life. Her sounds were good. The next morning when she awoke, there were nests all around her. She was startled at first, but her father comforted her. "They trust you, Independence," he explained. As the carnage grew, many tribes sought refuge. The silent ships docked. "Play your guitar, Independence," her father said, with a fierce voice, as the oppressors grew near. "Play like you have never played before. You will save us." So she played indeed. As she played, there was a great wind. She played like she had never played before. The eagles began to fly, as if they were dancing. The earth shook. Her playing was unbelievable. It was only that of something greater that could never be done again. It was a phenomenon. The wind blew away the ships, all because of the birth of independence. The end.
gentlemen, welcome back to The Pulse with me, your host, Brian West. We have the lovely Miss Kianna Cameron on the show tonight. We're going to wind it down here, Wayne. Lord, bless you. Bless you. From Warren, Ohio. So, now you're embracing the scene, and you, like I'd probably say 5 years from now, we'll be looking at you on the music awards performing.
God willing.
No, it will happen. You have to confirm it. I guarantee it. I guarantee you, after about a few shows, you'll probably have all little girls dressing up, and they'll be having, guitars and wearing your name on things, and everybody will be, oh, hell, Kianna, she's the queen of new alternative rock. You know what I'm saying?
It's going to be like Miley Cyrus stuff.
Oh, no, we don't want you coming in on a wrecking. we don't want you on a wrecking ball. We like you the way you are. So tell us, before we close the show, tell us where people can, we got, I think it's www.kiannacameron.com.
Yes,
and then we got, if you want to be booked, they got to call your manager, Lee Hampton. Mm-hmm. And his number is 216-659-1336. Mm-hmm. And then you can be reached at Hampton 1800 at sbcglobal.net.
Yes,
and do you do all types of events, fundraisers, and all that stuff?
We do, yeah.
Oh, and what church do you go to?
I go to Agape Assembly in Warren.
Oh, Agape Assembly. Wow, I remember that word. It sounds so familiar. Who's your reverend?
Pastor Todd Johnson.
Oh, why do you perform at the church and everything?
I do play guitar,
man, I can see you giving out little guitar toys and signing autographs. That's gonna be so beautiful. So I'm telling you, where are you at in 5 years? Do you believe you could reach that maximum level of?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, that's what. Confidence. Yes, this country was founded off of women like yourself telling their husbands to get up, put some clothes on, and I'm not about to serve you unless you get the lawn mowed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So before we close out, every artist has like this dream and this desire to like please the community, like community service. When you see fans, like when fans start to embrace you, what do you want them to get out of your music? And when you, especially when they see you perform, what do you want them to get out of the person that you are?
Something to catch a good vibe, leave feeling good.
Yeah.
So
that's it, huh? Love, huh? Yeah. Wow, she's so soft-spoken, Wayne.
You know what? Well, the first time I met her, I saw her at the guitar store. She was getting like gearing up and stuff.
Yeah, she's ready. That's what I'm saying.
A young girl, and I was like, hey,
yeah. And
she looked at me like, yeah, I play.
Yeah. She got so much confidence, man.
And I checked the band out before, and yeah.
She got a lot of. That's why I watched her grab the guitar.
I'm a fan.
That's why I tell you, it's an angel on stage, man. You probably, when you get to the heavens, they're probably gonna be like, "Welcome back to the kingdom. Your work is well pleased." Now, one advice I do want to give you, Kianna, is everybody in entertainment gets this lonely stage in life to where they don't feel like they can communicate. If you ever, and Method 8 was founded for people like yourself, if you ever need somebody to talk to as you're growing, just make sure you keep our number and call us, because that's what we're here for. You always got, Wayne's been here for a while, so we're here for entertainers, because that is a world where they get lonely and they try things, and whatever you do, stay positive, stay focused on the goal, and keep God in your life, and I'm sure you'll be excellent. How are we doing on time over there, Lamar? All right, well, we will be back next week. I want to thank you so much, Kianna, for coming on. Close us out with something great. Wayne, give us something great so she can embrace the spirit of fame as she grows in her happy thoughts. Excellent. Well, we'll be right back next week in The Pulse with me, Brian West, and happy Independence Day, everybody. I'm going and watch the fireworks down at Melkery Park. Go ahead, Wayne.